for economic purposes, but also for defense purposes, you are stuck. How do I export my products? That's why we have got endless discussion with Kenya, then this one stops, then another one comes, then the railway, the pipeline, the what, we discuss. But that ocean belongs to me. Because where is my ocean? I'm entitled to that ocean. In the future, we are going to have wars. In the future, we're going to have wars. How can you say that you are in a block of flats, that the compound belongs to only the flats on the ground floor, that the compound belongs to the whole block. All the flats are entitled to the compound.
Yeah.
There's no way you can say. So may I just watch these people? You are really endangering yourself. How can you have a situation like this? Uganda is landlocked inside here. But where is my ocean? My ocean is the Indian Ocean. No, it belongs, really, me. I'm on the top floor of the block. And then you say the compound belongs only the ones on the ground floor. This is madness.
When it comes to performance, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta kulibana, but we saw something happen.
Something tangible, yeah, at least something that
I don't know whether we are together. Yeah. Yes, they are stealing, but we saw something. These other ones
are stealing and we are seeing nothing.
And no, it is also too early to judge Ruto. Uhuru had 10, he has had 3. We do not know whether he will go for the second term. If he does, we shall judge him by then. But I do not want to rank him.
But do you think he's going to have those?
I do. That is another discussion. You can say that one for another. Whether or not he's going to make it, it can be a discussion on his own. It will take another hour. But the truth of the matter says that Uhuru is the best president Kenya ever had. Raila is the best president Kenya never had. Mwai Kibaki is the worst president Kenya ever had. And that is it. I do not want to rank them further. That is my ranking.
This issue of Yoweri Kaguta Museveni demanding to be allowed to access Indian Ocean via Kenya is something that is really shaking the internet. And I was trying to look at the map of Kenya, not Kenya but Africa as a whole. Uganda is a landlocked country. We start from there. Now, if Uganda is a landlocked country, so it means that if Museveni wants to access Indian Ocean, he must pass through Kenya. And if not Kenya, maybe Ethiopia, Sudan and all that. So in all ways possible, Museveni cannot access in that ocean. And maybe if he says he want to go to the other side, that the western side is Atlantic Ocean. So what is your take? What is that is supposed to be done? Or we should just ignore Museveni because even his son is threatening Kenyans so much?
Okay. Firstly, let me say that, there are facts that if you stated them rudely, they become, we can call them reckless. When you start the drums of war and start predicting that there is going to be war, then I wonder who you're threatening. Yes, Uganda have got the right to the ocean through what we call the United Nations Convention Law of the Sea. The UNCLOS that was in the convention transit, or what did we call it? The convention transit of trade of landlocked countries or landlocked states. It was actually in 1965 it was agreed upon and came to practice by around 1982, where they are given some chance or opportunity to access the seas through the other countries. But you have to remember that it has to be through bilateral agreements. Bilateral means what? It is state to state. You have to, we cannot be at war and you pass by force. It has to be an agreement between us as a country versus them. I think Yoweri Kaguta has led Ugandans for far too long, sitting on their thumbs for far too long, that he's so full of himself. He thinks now he is the president, he is a regional president, he is a Ugandan president, and in fact he has managed to maintain that by intimidating opposition. And it also makes me very proud as a Kenyan that in terms of democracy we are far much ahead. It shows that Ugandans are years behind us. Because if that is, the president is the highest seat in a country. If their president can speak like that, then what do I expect of a normal Ugandan on the street? That's reckless. Why beat the drums of war? In any case, that convention law of the sea did not leave out the statement through bilateral agreements. That means it is not without our say. It is not that it is by force, by fire. It is through an agreement. We have to come into a consensus. If we don't stay there, I remember his son sometimes, but was it General Mohozi? In a country where the father makes the son the general, it tells you a lot. In fact, we should not even be discussing it. Let us give it the airtime for now. Let us consider it a favor, but it shows you that something is wrong in that country. And the son was making very reckless comments about capturing Nairobi. You're speaking like that and you're a landlocked country, and you do not even have the navy. They don't even have the navy. They don't have the navy. And that is why the Kenya Online Defense Forces were telling them that we do not need the forces. Our security apparatus are too good to know that. You cannot use a gun to kill a fly or a mosquito. So they were trying to show them that guys, even if we wanted to deal with them, we just send NYS. In fact, NYS is too good for them because at least they have the training and the Salvation Army, and then we get our guys, the guys who are snatching phones. Just a lorry. We carry those guys to Kampala. In 10 minutes, the country will be looted, everybody will be missing their phone, the country will be in chaos, confusion everywhere. Anyway, but that is on a lighter note now. He's trying to say something, he's trying to remind people of the agreement. It is like when you're married to someone and they signed a marriage certificate, and every day you wake up and telling them, cheza na mimi, unajua ulisign ile certificate ya marriage, cheza na mimi, it shows something is wrong here, and I think age is catching up with him. Ugandans need to consider expunging that guy, and I think Ugandans need to change their leadership. If it is not through the ballot, they should devise mechanisms, because I think through the ballot this guy will not be easy. And don't you think that this thing is also, because I remember just immediately before that, before that, we also what happened in Tanzania, whereby some Kenyans were killed in Tanzania, and all this thing happening, but our president and the government of the Minister of Foreign Affairs is just silent, quiet of what is happening. These three countries in East Africa, what is the problem? I think Kenya needs to stop playing nice, and this is not just about the present day leadership. It also strikes back to the times of the time when the Ugandan police were capturing our fishermen in Migingo, and Museveni was speaking very rudely about it, and the present day leadership, the by then leadership was not doing anything about it. It's wrong. To me, I do not see why we should sit put when such sentiments are made. We should not take them lightly. In as much as we want to behave civilized, sometimes it is good kuguruma kidogo na to show some authority. You know, that is what I believe needs to be done, because it's disheartening to a Kenyan who is proud of their country and hearing another president speak such, and then your country is not even responding, even not even an important statement about the same. You need to make Kenyans proud. Yes, when he speaks like that, Ugandans are feeling very proud in their own
way. They feel so nice.
You know, we also need to be made to feel the same by our leadership, who may be the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Actually, that one does not qualify for our president to. In fact, I think I'm the one who is best suited to respond to them. They should not even attract our Minister of Foreign Affairs. Yes, they are too small to be addressed by Honorable Mudavadi.
But no, let us just be open. Mudavadi has never spoken, has never said anything. Even in a bicycle, like the issue of Bobu Njagi when they were abducted in Uganda, he never said anything.
That was wrong. That was wrong. They responded through
but late.
And it was very wrong, and that is why I'm saying Kenya needs to stop playing nice sometimes. Tunazoea vibaya. It's not good. Sometimes it is good that when you protect your people, you do not just let people do that. In as much as we have our own differences in this country, that today I'm not on the same political divide as you, and I face some atrocity outside the borders, you cannot address. No, we need to secure Kenya first before the fights are ours. When it comes to securing our people and our borders, I think it should be given the priority, and that way I think the government is wrong on that one. We need to make sure that every Kenyan feels safe within or without the borders. Okay. Let me tell you something.
By the way, before you end up, the other day you were outside. You were in where?
You didn't ask me about it, but now time has gotten I was in Doha. I was there for a week. We had a world summit that is the UN summit of social development, and I'm part of whom my climate change thing is party. So we had the convention. I was able to do a presentation. We interacted with the people from all over the world. We had everyone attending the summit. It was a good thing. Our president was also there, and of course you must have seen on the news. But now, that one said and done, I want to give a parting shot, but before I can get to that, I want to remind you that whatever is happening in our country shows that the late Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga is the best president Kenya never had, because with his ideas, we have seen, sometimes when people give their manifestos during campaigns, it is not all about which one is better than the other, which one is more practical. Whatever he has been giving was a bit practical compared to
these other ones,
his competitors, and I think Kenyans got it all wrong on that. If at all it is by Kenyans he lost. I don't know, it is always controversial. In fact, let me tell you this, and I know mutarusha mawe lakini later. If I'm to rank Kenyan presidents from the best to the worst, and I start by the worst president Kenya has ever had is the late Honorable Mwai Kibaki. People might think I'm mad, but to be honest, let me ask you this. Boni, today, you've been taking care of a certain child, let's say as a well-wisher. You've adopted this child, taken them to school, fed them, given them everything
they need.
They go up to the university and graduate. Then immediately after graduation, you kill that child. Are we going to celebrate you for bringing up this child, or we are going to castigate you for killing the child?
The castigation.
Thank you. That is what he did to our economy. You see,
He started so well.
he started so well, and of course it was with the support of the likes of Raila. He did a lot of good. You know, he came when we had the whatever tax you called it, was it statutory or whatever, whereby if today I have a car, I need to pay a certain amount of tax for this car, whether or not it is on the road or it is at home. So it could accrue that people feared to get their vehicles on the road, because they could be arrested or whatever. They could be, taken. So Kibaki came and knew that people are fearing to bring cars on the road because of this tax, because of these dates. Let me scrap this tax and then put some small tax into fuel, because these people are going to drive cars that will need fuel, and I'll just get this money. So that was a smart one. I don't know, through him and his leadership, it was a smart one. They grew our economy. Our economic growth rate, I think in 2003 was amongst the world's best. The growth rate was so good. If not the best, then the second best. Then whatever happened after the 2007 elections took us to the worst. And we have never recovered. Let us not act like we are so good. We have never recovered from what happened in the year 2007, because when you fight as a country, when you scare away these investors, they do not go sit down, wait for tranquility to be regained in your country so that they can come back and continue their businesses. No, they go and invest in other countries or elsewhere
where they feel safe.
So you cannot purport to be growing an economy when you are scaring investors, Truth be told. So in my opinion, I do not want to go to details because it is supposed to be a parting shot, but in my opinion, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is the best president Kenya ever had. Raila Amolo Odinga is the best president Kenya never had. James Mwai Kibaki, you can call him Emilio or whatever, is the worst president Kenya ever had. And why am I putting Uhuru as the best? Is because when you talk about corruption and the theft of public property across all the regimes, it is a constant, it is a denominator. During our first president, shambas were stolen, and what have you? He taught us that. During Moi era, there was a lot of nepotism, shambas and money, the scandals, the golden bag, the Anglo-leasing, During Kibaki, I remember Honorable Kimunya could be accused of having stolen from the Minister of Finance. Then he is moved. In fact, even during the Grand Coalition government, Raila could fire the people from the side, fires RUTO and never comes back. But Kibaki could fire Kimunya in this docket and hire him in another. There was the Grand Regency and what have you. There was theft during Kibaki. In Uhuru, the NYS saga and what have you. So all this, when we talk about theft of public property and corruption, it is a denominator. It cuts across all the presidency. But when it comes to performance, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta kulibanwa, but we saw something happen.
Something tangible, at least something that
I don't know whether we are together. Yes, they are stealing, but we saw something. These other ones
are stealing and we are seeing nothing.
And no, it is also too early to judge RUTO. Uhuru had 10, he has had 3. We do not know whether he will go for the second term. If he does, we shall judge him by then. But I do not want to rank him.
But do you think he's going to have those?
I do. That is another discussion. You can save that one for another day. Whether or not he's going to make it, it can be a discussion on his own. It will take another hour. But the truth of the matter says that Uhuru is the best president Kenya ever had. Raila is the best president Kenya never had. Mwai Kibaki is the worst president Kenya ever had. And that is it. I do not want to rank them further. So that is my ranking. Parting shot. One, I want to say thank you for having me on this show. It is always an honor. I thank you because I come here and speak freely. It's not, I do not take it lightly, and it's something good. I want to thank all our viewers and our supporters, the people who have followed this show throughout the times. We love your support, and we are not taking you guys for granted. Thank you so much. Keep following us. Keep commenting. Let us know where we are wrong. Let us know where we are doing well, because we welcome opinions. We are subservient to you. Like I said, Oburo subservient to a subservient individual who can become a supplicant.
Who can become a supplicant at any given time.
We are so much honored to always have you guys tune, subscribe, like, and follow us. It is not an easy thing. Thank you so much. Always stay tuned, and we shall always be very, very careful to bring you big things. Otherwise, I don't have much to say. Pache convert.
Okay, to our viewers, that is Bonita Media, I would like to thank you so much, guys, for always tuning in, always supporting, always watching, subscribing, and always sharing the videos. I've mentioned but a few of you. So many I can't mention all of you. What I want to say is this, that when a mother gives birth to a child and the child fails to cry, the mother should not be worried about the action that is going to be taken by the doctors or by the nurses to make sure that the child cries. So the main point is that at the end of the day, the child must cry. The child must cry for him or her to survive in this world. Until we meet again in the next video, if it's possible, I have been your host, Bonfessor. Thank you.
Thank you.
We are done.
Yes.